Backyard Science. My name is Marilyn. I work at the Marina branch at the Monterey County Free Libraries. Normally I do story time, but this week I will be teaching you about some beauteous butterflies. First we'll observe some butterflies that I saw in my yard, and then we will learn some more about them. So yesterday I went outside and I observed something that I had never seen before. There were two butterflies and they were circling around and around, and one of them seemed to be chasing the other one. I had never seen them behave like this, and so I wanted to know what was going on. Here is what I saw. Butterflies chasing each other, and I also was able to get some footage of one on a leaf, as you can see. Now that I had my video and my observation of these butterflies, I went back inside and I used the site iNaturalist.org, narrowing the search to butterflies in California, and I scanned through the pictures and matched the wing pattern to the red admiral, with distinctive white spots and red stripes. The scientific name of this butterfly is Vanessa atalanta. I discovered that these butterflies are territorial, meaning that the male red admirals will defend a territory, and by defending it, show the female red admiral that they are the best butterfly to mate and reproduce with. So it's likely that the two butterflies I saw are two males fighting over the territory, but it's also possible that it could be a male and a female prior to mating. But I didn't get close enough to figure that out. So it's always good to be open to multiple interpretations when you observe something in the scientific world. To identify butterflies in your backyard, you can bring your field journal, a camera, or some kind of video taking device like I used. You can even use binoculars and carefully observe the wing pattern, if you can, on both the dorsal or top side and the ventral underneath, which is what you see when the butterfly has its wings up like this when it's sitting on the leaf. This process of seeing or observing something like I did, asking a question about it, and doing research or even an experiment is how many scientific discoveries have been made, and it's how you can learn more too. Now let's learn some cool facts about butterflies. They are insects, meaning they have 6 legs and 3 body segments, just like we learned in our earlier bug video, and that's in their adult form. Which leads us to our next fact, is that they have a 4-stage life cycle. First of all, they are an egg that the female lays. Then the caterpillar hatches out of the egg, so the caterpillar is the next stage. The caterpillar then forms a chrysalis or cocoon. And then in that cocoon, it totally changes into the imago or adult stage of the life cycle, and that change is called metamorphosis. Say it with me one more time. Metamorphosis. Imagine if for you growing up you had to totally change your body type instead of just growing bigger like humans do. It's pretty wild to look at a caterpillar and think about its adult stage in the butterfly. If you were just observing that, you probably wouldn't guess that a butterfly came from a caterpillar. Butterflies mostly eat nectar from flowers, which makes them important pollinators like hummingbirds and bees that we've learned about in the past. A fun fact, some butterflies even can get nutrients from carcasses of decaying dead animals, which is pretty wild. They look a lot like moths because they are related to moths. However, you can tell them apart because butterflies have smooth, club-shaped antennae, which help them sense the world around them, and moths have feathered antennae and are mostly nocturnal. So if you see like a flitting butterfly-like creature around a light, at night, that's probably a moth. Some species of butterflies, like our red admiral friends that we just learned about, migrate with the seasons. Nearby here in Pacific Grove, there is a sanctuary for western monarch butterflies, which depend on California for their breeding and overwintering habitat. Unfortunately, that's under threat because of certain environmental factors and sometimes pesticides or other things, but they are doing research and being very careful about trying to preserve that species of butterfly. Some butterflies, like our red admiral friends, have bright dorsal sides of their wings, and then the underside or ventral is very drab colored, because then the butterfly can close up, and if any predators like birds are around, then they can hide or camouflage. Remember how I mentioned earlier that you might not guess that butterflies come from caterpillars? Well, in the 1600s in Europe, people still thought that bugs were kind of born out of mud, just spontaneously. And it wasn't until a woman named Maria Sibylla Merian, a scientific illustrator, observed and drew the insect life cycle that we learned about, remember, from egg to caterpillar to chrysalis to adult, that people understood that bugs just didn't come out of the dirt. She is contributed greatly to the field of etymology, which is the study of insects. You can learn more about her in the book Summer Birds, The Butterflies of Maria Merian by Margarita Engel. Ask an adult to help you place this and other books on hold through Library by Mail, which began again this week. Call the library number 831-883-7555 if you live in Monterey County for more information on getting library books through the mail, lunch at the library, and to sign up for summer reading. People have been fascinated by the beauty of butterflies since ancient Egypt and beyond, portraying them in art and mythology for millennia. What other butterflies do you see in your backyard? Have fun asking questions like I did with our red admiral friends and finding out. Take care and see you next week. Bye.